Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. I've missed you guys. I've wasn't able to go live the last two Thursday nights on my business page due to some bad weather and some internet connectivity issues. But anyway, yay, I'm here tonight. I'm gonna pull you up on my phone really quick. So let me see if I can find us. There we are. So if you are here, say hello in the comments. Hey, Margarita, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. So good to see you. So I've got kind of a short and sweet one tonight. I meant to grab the little piggies from last week. I didn't grab those. No, shoot, I brought them out. So hang on, let me grab them. Sorry. I meant to get them. Hold on. There we go. Come on, Teddy. You want to come in? I wanted to show you what we did last week. Come on. You coming? Let me open the door for you. Come on. You coming? Come on in. There we are. Sorry, I got my flying pig shirt on. So I wanted to grab the little ones that we did in the membership last week so I can share with you what we did. So I'm doing good. Margarita, how are you doing tonight? Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Tina Marie. I just saw your name as well. So welcome. So yeah, I meant to bring these in and I thought I had them and I did not. Let me grab our second camera as well. So hang on just a second. Let me plop that in there for you. Get that so I can show you up close. And is it not working? Okay, there it goes. It was just a little laggy. Oh, Teddy's coming and going. Anyway, so look. So we made these little miniature ice cream sandwiches in the membership with the little piggies on them. And so I was inspired. I had made more of them, my little pigs, and I had the little chocolate sprinkles. And I thought, oh, we're going to do like a mug topper. We haven't done that in a while. So I found this pig mug and thought it would be super cute just to carry out my little theme. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And it'll be permanent. It's going to be stuck on there. I'm not going to do, I thought about doing, maybe I should have done the removable one. Okay. Oh, thanks for sending me out, love. I appreciate you, Jennifer. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are settling for you, or I know a lot's going on for you, Jennifer. So I hope everything's going well and things are going good for you. So anyway, I was going to make it permanent, but now I'm wondering if we should do, no, I think I'm going to make it permanent. So, okay, so I'm here in Ohio and you can see the flying pig. You all have probably seen me talk about this. I'm on my business page. So I got to remember, I'm not in my private group. In my private group, my members, you all have heard me talking about it. Those of you that are hanging out with me on my business page, you all know me, been a runner for years. Flying pig's been a huge part of my life. It's a big thing here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I should have brought, I'm not leaving you again. So I'm gonna stick around this time. I'm not gonna leave. But I was thinking I should have brought my medals in. I don't have them all. I have them like hanging on like a display. But when I was going through like the many years of the medals that I have, I noticed some of them were missing. And I don't know where they're at. So, but anyway, I think a couple of them I started a tiered tray. And so I know some of them are kind of looped around the tiered tray when I was trying to figure out what I was going to put on that tiered tray. But anyway, so we're going to get started. I grabbed my pink mug, but it's also my mom's mug. So happy Mother's Day to all of you. It's coming up. It's going to be here before we know it. And a big shout out to Corelli, one of my members who just had a baby. Sweet little baby. Not sure if it's a boy or girl. She hadn't revealed the gender yet. So, but gorgeous, beautiful baby. She shared pictures. So yay, congratulations to you. So what we're going to do is I've got a huge mug and I just grabbed one of my styrofoam balls. I like to attach it if I'm going to make it permanent, which we are. I planned on doing permanent, but then just a few minutes ago, I was thinking maybe I'd do a mug topper where it was removable, but no, we're just going to make it permanent since that was my first original idea for this. So we're going to do that. So anyway, so I just try to pick a ball, a styrofoam ball that will fit like a good size. So that way when I decorate with the whipped cream, like the whipped topping, it'll give it something to stand up on. Okay. So this one, this one's 3.8 inches. If you make one, you just want one that fits in your mug. If it's too small, okay, so if it's too small, you can always glue something like down in your mug, like that stands up, and then that styrofoam ball can actually fit down in there and then stand up, like attach it to that, whatever you put down in there. So you can always do that. All right, and then I'll put a link to my little pigs. Okay, so the little pigs, and I'm going to show you because they're just super cute. Here, I'm going to leave them in my little dirt sprinkles. I'm going to show you. So the little pigs, I actually purchased them on Etsy that are edible. These are not, but I purchased edible ones from a amazing, talented baker, and her name is Sarah. And so when I got them, then I made a mold and made them out of resin, and so that I could use them and make them my little forever little pigs, and then decorate my little Neapolitan mini ice cream sandwiches, and then also put them on my mug. So I'm gonna put a link to Sarah's shop on Etsy because she makes so many other things, and they're just so amazing. And her things are edible. These are not edible. Okay, so I've got the little pigs, the little chocolate sprinkles. Let me move them so you can kind of see. They're just little chocolate crumbles. So tonight I'm thinking, since we've got the whipped cream, I wanted it to look like my little pigs are playing in the dirt or playing in the mud, kind of both, right? So I also like to try to use up what I've already started, what I already have. I don't know when, but we did make up some chocolate sauce in my membership. And so this is just some leftover chocolate sauce, and we're going to use that tonight. So instead of making up new sauce, I'm just going to reuse, not reuse, but just use what I have. Okay. Encourage you all to do the same. So anyway, so this is just I don't have the exact recipe for this, but what it is it is brown paint, some caulking, and some glue. Okay, and we just have that mixed together as a sauce. And when it dries, it will be, you'll get like that drippy effect to it, and it also will be a little bit shiny. I got too many things over here. Oh, good, you can't quite see them. I need to clean behind me, but too many other things happening in my world that's not made it to the top of my priority list. So, okay, and then I do have spackle. I did purchase a new Fast and Final that looks really, really thick. And I was working on a cake, and I was piping it, and it just didn't hold up the way I wanted it to. And so I'm back to mixing half and half. So if you are making icing or like whipped topping, which we're going to do tonight, you may not have to do a half and half ratio like I'm going to do tonight if your spackle is thick enough. I'm going to use some white paint as well because I want my topping to be white to start with. So I'm going to grab some white paint. And I have my mason jar. You all know how I love my mason jars. So I got my mason jar with a piping bag. And then for tonight, I'm just going to use a 1M tip. So it just looks like this. It's just like an open star type tip for this one. You could use any tip that you wanted. And then for the straws, I grabbed a pink and white stripe, and then I also grabbed a black one. I just thought that would be cute because my pigs are all pink except for their little eyes, and their little snout has black. And then the mug, same thing. It's like it's all pink with some white flowers, and then she's got some black eyelashes. So I thought, you know me, matchy. I like to pick up on colors. So I thought the black would be good. It'll pick up on her eyelashes and then on the little features on my little pig. Okay. Let me move these little ice creams out of the way. Since we made them, I just wanted to share them. And then also for my straws, I like to use wooden skewers to fit down in my straws. So I got those, and okay, I just got regular scissors. Sometimes I'll get my, I don't know what you call them, but like clippers, like little clip things. And they just help me, hang on just a second, let me grab this. They just help me so that if my scissors don't want to cut, then it just helps me. But these are pretty good. I can usually like use my scissors and just make a mark in them and then just kind of wiggle it and it'll break free. So I think I'm okay with that. So I think that's it. So this should kind of be a short and sweet little tutorial. But you all know me. I haven't been around for 2 weeks due to the weather, and we do have some rainy, bad weather right now starting up just before I went live. But I was like, okay, I'm going. So hopefully, I won't say anymore. So hopefully it won't affect me and we can just keep going. Hi, Ann. Welcome, welcome. I just saw your name pop up as well. So welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good night. Okay, so let's see. We are going to start with, I didn't bring my hot glue gun in. I was using that for something else. So I do have my tacky glue. So I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to use it to help just to kind of stabilize my styrofoam ball. So let me take a drink and then we'll get started. Okay, so let's grab that. Let me move some stuff out of your way also. Make sure you can see. Let me scooch. Let's move these. I'm going to just set them on the floor. Teddy was in here and then I don't know where she went. She's not in here now. So, okay. So let's do our styrofoam ball. And if I had a smaller one, like I said, I would just attach something in the bottom and then stick this on it, and then it would work just as well. So, whoops, stuck to me. But anyway, so for those of you here in Cincinnati, if you're watching local, let me know if you did the flying pig. I did it with this year. I did it with my daughter Kara and her girlfriend Cammie, and so it was the three of us. It did rain, but you know that didn't stop us. So I'm gonna just use my hands and press down slightly like this, and then I'm gonna remove it, and then you'll kind of see like a mark. Like what I did is just kind of pressed on it, so you get like a little mark. But yeah, so this was Cammie. So hello if you're watching. My girls are watching. So this was Cammie's first race ever. She'd never done a 5K. I just got new wipes in here too, so they're kind of hard to get out, but I'm going to grab one. There we go. So yeah, so that was exciting that, you know, for her to, I love that for her first race that it was the flying pig, which is a huge race, like huge race. But yeah, so it's always a fun event. So, and this year they changed the track, like they changed our path, which a little tiny bit of it was the same, but the majority of it was different. They still left the really big hill, which will take your breath away. I'm just gluing this so that, you know, I can put it in the rim of the mug, and then it will, it'll just keep it stable. Okay. And then my glue, I'm using a mason jar and putting it upside down. I can't recall if one of my viewers shared it with me, if one of my members shared it with me. I'm not sure who shared it, but it's the best tip and trick ever, and I'm going to share it with you guys. Just by storing your tacky glue upside down like this, it just makes it so much easier, because before I was just shaking and shaking and shaking, and it just didn't seem to ever want to come down to the bottom. So this way it's just so easy. Okay, so stick that over there. But anyway, so yeah, so it was just a fun time. So so shout out to Heather Howeiler and to Nikki Howeiler, running buddies. Haven't seen them in a while, and we used to always do the 5K together. And then another heavenly shout out to Joyce McQueen, who was also my running buddy, and who's, you know, just over a year ago she passed, and so she, you know, totally missed her. It was the first race I've done without her, so that was really hard, but I thought of her quite a bit. Love her dearly, miss her so much. But anyway, so we did have a good time, and you know, can't wait to do the next year's. So yeah, so happy to have a new shirt too. That was the other thing, is that, you know, each race, I have a shirt, and I was telling my girls, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I don't hardly throw anything out, so I'm like, I don't know where all my shirts went, but they're here somewhere. So probably with all my workout gear. I don't know, somewhere. Okay, so I'm just wiping off a little bit of the excess here, and then this is in here, and then it'll just stay. So here's my little pig to start with. Okay, all right, and then like I said, this really won't take us too long. So let me go ahead. I like to do recipes, so I'm gonna grab my scale. Scooch my pig over here, grab my scale, and we'll get it going. I'm just going to zero it out, put my little plastic container on there and zero that out. Okay, so anyway, so I was So with the flying pig, I do the 5K, obviously you can see that, but it's a huge event, and it actually is a 3-day event, and it was last weekend. So it started on Friday night, and then there were races on Friday night, all day Saturday, and then the half and the whole marathons were on Sunday. So I've only done 5Ks and 1 half marathon. So with the 5Ks, I've walked some of them, I've run some of them, I've walked and run some of them. And with the half marathon, I did not run it. Nikki Howiler again, and I did a state-to-state marathon, which took us, we both walked it together, and it took us from Ohio into Indiana and then back into Ohio. And that was a really, really fun race. So with doing the flying pig this weekend, Nikki, if you're watching, I thought a lot about us on that one. And I just thought, I'm doing 4 ounces. So I'm going to, there we go. I'm going to just do 2 ounces. This is pretty big. Do I want to? I'm going to do 6. And it's just a big mug topper. So I'm going to do 3 and 3. But anyway, so talk about challenging. So if any of you are runners, you know, like there's a lot of training involved. I did 0 training. I did not run. I walked, but I had 0 training before this event. And really I did pretty good. Like I wasn't, there we go, 3 ounces for this one. I wasn't too sore. I mean, I was feeling it for sure. But yeah, I think I was just so happy to have done it because I did it like every year up until COVID, the pandemic. And then the first year of the pandemic, they canceled it. And then I honestly, after that, I just had not done one. So yeah, so last year I was going to do it. I know many of you know I had surgery. So, you know, I still was recovering from that. And I was to the point where I was like, okay, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I was like the little train. I think I can. I think I can. And then when I went to register, it was sold out. So I was like, okay, last year was not the year to start back. And then after, when it actually came up until May, it was like, there's no way I could have done it. So I would not have been able to do it. So anyway, so this was a good year to start back. And you all know me, May, best month ever. So I love that it's always the first weekend in May. And I just love that about it. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do 6 ounces. So I'm doing 3 ounces of the Fast and Final. And then this is One Time by Red Devil. And I'm doing 3 ounces of it. And so let me just, I use 2 different, I don't know if you noticed, I use 2 different popsicle sticks because even though they're both lightweight spackle, I keep them completely separate. And unless I'm doing a project and then I want to mix them, I keep them separate because they are, there we go, 6 ounces, because they are, even though they're lightweight spackle, they're 2 different products. And I don't want to mix until I mix them. There we go. And I leave them, I leave them on the floor in my way on purpose so that when I leave my room, the studio, I will shut them properly. So anyway, okay. And I've got 6 ounces and then I've got the white. So let's remove that for just a second. And then I'm going to add, for this one, it's already white, but I still like to add a little bit of white paint. So I'm just going to add 0.3. I'm just going to go halfway. Okay, here we go. And then I'll take my popsicle stick back and I can get rid of the scale now. And there we go. But anyway, so I don't know if any of you are runners, walkers, but it was downtown Cincinnati. And even though it was rainy and dreary, we still had a great time. So, and it's always nice to, you know, get a chance to get down there and be down there. And it's so fun to see the other, not contestants, but the other participants, not contestants. Been watching some game shows lately. It's so nice to see the other participants. Like, it's just always amazes me. Just the abilities of people. Like, I'm always amazed by it. So, but anyway, so that's the reason for the pig theme is due to my flying pig race that was upcoming last week, is why I did the pig themed tutorials last week. But then We had issues with bad weather and then internet issues. And so I couldn't go live with you last Thursday. And so I'm doing not a makeup, but, you know, I just wanted to be able to continue on and do this other little tutorial with the little pigs. So Tina says, I used to be a runner. I'm a walker now at my age. I know. Well, you know what? My daughter and I, we were like power walking. So I was like, this is like running at my age. So I understand. You know what? Running is really hard on your knees anyway. That's what my husband and I were like talking. He's like, you know, I don't think you need to run anymore. It's really hard on our knees at our age. So I really loved it when I was running, and it's mostly because I was always a walker, like always a walker. And then when I learned to run, like then it was just like such an achievement that I couldn't get enough. Like, I have to go back and look and see how many races we did in 1 year. And it wasn't just 1 year. It was like from May to December. Nikki was my running buddy. So she and I did, oh my gosh, like we did a race every month, and some of the months we did more than one race. So I need to go back and see like how many we did. Was it 7, 8, 9, 10? I don't remember, but it was a lot. So it's addicting. Like if you become a runner and you start participating in races, like it literally gets very addicting, but in a good way. At least for me, it was always a good way. All right. So I'm going to, let me grab my scissors. Cut that off. So anyway, so if you're wondering like, why are you doing pigs or what are you talking about? It's just due to the fact that we did the race and it's called the Flying Pig. So, okay, so I'm going to put this in here. I just cut this off and then I use my, let's scooch this over to here. I use my mason jar to help hold this. Scooch that again. And then I'm just going to hold it down. I don't need my scissors. Oh, I thought I heard Teddy coming in, but she did not. All right, let me get a drink real quick. Oh, thank you so much for sprinkling the love, Margarita. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so let's stick this in here. Just going to squish that in there. I don't know if my phone alarm is on or not tonight, so if you hear it go off, that's what it is. We've been so busy, so busy. So yeah, I've been getting things planned out for my membership, and oh, thanks so much, Tina. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much for the 5-star. I appreciate you so much. So yeah, so it is May. Did I mention it's the best month ever? Like, you all know how much I love May. So May has just always been like, okay, so it is my birthday month on the 17th. I love May. Always as a kid, I just always loved May. It's my favorite month. And you know I share this all the time. And it's my favorite month, not because I get things for my birthday, but even from a little girl, I always loved to give things instead. So it wasn't that, you know, yay, it's my birthday, I get stuff. It was always, I always was just a giver. Like I was always like, oh, it's my birthday. Okay, what can I give? What can I make somebody? I've always been a maker. It's like, what can I make and give somebody? Because that's just who I am. So anyway, so I love May for that reason. My daughter was born in May. Her birthday's the 10th. So her birthday's coming up. Mother's Day is in May. I started Heavens to Betsy Cakery 5 years ago in May. So this month is my 5-year anniversary. 4 years ago, I started Cakery membership. So I also have an anniversary for our membership. So just so many things, you know, so many other things are happening in May. I just love May. Okay, because I did 6 ounces, I'm just going to fill it up to here. And then we'll start piping. So yeah, so in the Cakery membership, I actually just did a little, what would you call it? Like a little feedback form for my members, because now that it's my 5-year anniversary, well, even before it got here, I had been thinking about like, how can I better serve my members and how can I better offer things to new potential members? Like, what would you like to see in the membership? You know, what are you looking for? Or like, what would you like? That kind of a thing. So anyway, so I did a little feedback form for my members in the membership. And I was thinking today, I was like, you know, I should just do another form because it's very catered to the members. But I was thinking I should do another form and put it in the group for you guys because I would love to hear your voices. Like I'd love to hear what you guys think, should be in a membership or what you would find interesting or valuable or, that kind of a thing. And it would just help me because I'm always looking for ways to be better, just to be better serving with the members that I do have, and then just to be, to do better going forward. So, okay, so I may do that. So look for that. If I do that, I will make an announcement if I do that. But anyway, that came to me today, and I was thinking maybe I should do that. That might be a fun thing to do. So, okay. So anyway, I've got my piping bag. I may end up having to make up more. This is a really big. It's going to be a really big mug topper. So I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way around and then work my way up to the top. Okay. All right. So I'm actually going to, let me wipe that. I had some on my hand and I got it on the rim of my cup. Okay. Wait, hang on a second. It's all over me. Okay, and when I go, I'm using a 1M, and I'm going to kind of wiggle it as I go, just because it gives me a little bit more of a ruffle look to it. So if you wonder, like, is her hand shaking? It is on purpose. Oh, thank you so much for the congratulations. I appreciate that so much. So, yeah, you all know. Did I mention May's the best month ever? I know you get tired of hearing it, but I love May. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to start here, and I'm just going to start piping and wiggling. So you'll see as I go. I'm going to try to work my way around. It's got little ears. I didn't want to cover them up completely, but I need to make sure that styrofoam is covered up. Okay, and then I'm going to work my way up. And I'm just kind of squeezing as I go. And then I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to add some more. So you'll see I've got some fluffy whipped cream happening. Let me add some more. I just want to make sure you can't see the, and I'm going to add the pigs and the other stuff too. She's already cuter. I thought she was cute, but she's cuter. Okay, this is actually, okay, for those of you who collect Rae Dunn, Rae Dunn is by Magenta. She's actually a magenta mug. Not a Rae Dunn mug, a different one. So, yeah. Okay, let me get the rest of this in here. I think I'll have enough. I can just use all of it. But let's see how much I can get in here. There we go. I thought Teddy would be back in here with me, but we took her back to the vet for a follow-up visit this week, and she got shots. She's doing better. I know some of you know what we've been through with our dogs. So I won't get into it. No more tears. Not tonight. But so anyway, so she got shots, and she's just been really not feeling so great since then. Like she's just not been sleeping a lot, and just kind of keeping my eye on her in case we have to bring her back. But usually she hasn't been leaving my side, which is normal anyway. Like that's how Teddy is for me. But she's not in here, which is unusual. So okay, that should be enough for that. I'm gonna get a new wipe. I think this one, I'm wiping my hand and it's just putting more and more on it, I think. Okay, there we go. I've got Kenny's phone just in case, because last night my phone, I don't know, my phone sometimes doesn't want to connect to Facebook. I don't know why, it just doesn't. But anyway, so far so good. I see it's on now. Okay, so let's squish this down. Oh, my hands, hang on, let me get a paper towel under here. There we go. Okay. So this is a really cute mug. I was going to say, I hope I don't regret not making it a removable mug topper, but I don't, because it's such a big mug. Okay, here's my thought. If I had made it removable, because this will be available on my Etsy shop when I'm done, once it's totally cured, I thought if I do that, then the size of the mug topper, it might not fit other mugs. So it might be more difficult to try to put it on something else. So this way you won't have to. Okay, I'm coming back on again. Get my little wiggles going. And then from here, I'm just going to build it up so that it looks like a point, since it's supposed to be a mug tupper. There. I did have enough. Okay. She's got quite a lot of hair going on up there. Oh my God. If this was real, a real mug with whipped cream, look how much she's got on top of her head. A lot. But we're going to add the little piggies, and we're going to add the little like chocolate crumbles, and then I got the chocolate sauce. I think I'm going to end up thinning down my chocolate sauce. But anyway, so there's the start of that. Let's scooch that out of the way. But anyway, so you can see what I mean. Like, it's very fluffy. There she goes. And I wanted to turn it around. You see her little curly cute tail back here? And she does have little flowers. So super duper cute. Okay, so I'm going to turn her facing me. I think with having the handle on one side, I'm going to put the straws in first, and I want them on the other side. Okay, so. Oh, Tina. She said, I know how that is. My rescue dog is my Siamese twin. Yeah, Teddy really is. She's just, she doesn't leave my side. Like, she's mine. Honey was Kenny's. And, you know, she didn't leave Kenny's side. And now, let me take a drink. Yeah, Teddy's just still very lost. Yeah, so dogs grieve too. So, I mean, it's not that I didn't know that. I just really didn't think about it. But yeah, they do. Okay, so, all right. So with this, okay, this skewer has a point on it. So I'm going to take advantage of that because we do have the styrofoam. So I'm going to leave the point on it when I measure for my straw. Okay, so I'm going to leave the point. Let me grab my, do I have a pencil? Oh, it's over here. I didn't put it away. Okay, so I'm going to measure, and I'm going to bring my tacky glue back. Okay, so I'm going to measure, and whenever I do like the skewer in my straw, I don't want you to, I don't mind if you see a little bit of the skewer, but I don't want it sticking out. You know what I mean? So I measure it to be the same size, and then, let me lay these down. I measure it to be the same size, and then when I cut it, I cut below. So that way I'm sure it's not going to stick out. And then I'll do them one at a time because sometimes my straws aren't the same size. Okay. And then, like I said, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to mark it. I don't have my cutters. Oh, there. That was good. That just broke apart. Okay. And then I'll show you what I mean. So then when I put it up, you can see the point is now a little bit shorter. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me grab a little piece of parchment. Just need a tiny piece. Okay, so I'm going to just glue the end of this in here. So the one end is going to be stuck in the styrofoam and in the whipped cream, but the other end, I'm going to add a little bit of glue, just so when I stick the straw in there, it sticks. I want it to stay stuck. So I'm just going to stick a little bit on here. And put it on, turn it back upside down. Okay, and then I'm going to just slide this on, and then I'm going to stick it on my table here. And then wipe that off. Okay, so that way I know it's not sticking out. All right, and then we're going to let that dry. And then I'm going to do the black one. I didn't cut them at the same time because sometimes my straws are different sizes. And I don't want them to, like, I didn't want to cut it and then find out it was a different size. Okay, so there we go. These are just wooden skewers. Like, you can literally, like, I probably bought them at like Kroger's or something, like in with the food section. And like I said, I can just use my scissors. There's a few little hairs. I'm going to cut those off. And then do the same thing with my glue. Just going to add a little bit to it. You just want to make sure it sticks to the straw really good. And mine always do. Like, I don't find I have any trouble with them. I just twist them as they go in and then turn it upside down just to make sure it's not sticking out the other end, and it's not. Okay, and then I can leave that go. All right, let's move that back over to there. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'll take a drink while I set that down. Okay, and I don't need my glasses. Not glasses. My scissors. Okay, so now that I have those, I'm going to turn this and I'm going to have it facing me so I can see where I want the straws. Okay, I'm just going to stick them in here. And you know what? This is a really, I maybe should have cut my straws. They're kind of tall. Maybe I should have. They're really tall. Okay. I don't know. Did you see my face? I don't know. My straws look very, very tall. What do you think? I don't know. Okay, let me keep pushing. Pretty good in there. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. All right, and then we're gonna put this one in the back. This one's gonna, oh, that one went in much easier. Oh, way easier. Okay, not gonna worry about the straws. They are where they are. Plus, I mean, it's a real size, life-size mug, right? So, I mean, I guess you don't want them too short. Okay. All right. There it is so far. Okay, now's the fun part. You get to start putting the little pigs on. I'm going to put them on first. And then, oh, wait, I need the chocolate sauce. I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to grab another piece of parchment. Just in case I get messy. Okay. I was going to thin this down, but let's stir it up and just see how thick it is. Ooh, I don't think I need to. I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to just drizzle some of this on here. I don't want to go too much. Okay, we're just going for it. I'm just going to drizzle. And then I'm going to come back and add a pig here and there. Okay. Now, this looks, I don't know if I said this, because the chocolate sauce is still wet, it looks, oh, I dropped that on its face. I'm going to remove that. No, I'll show you. Glad I have my wet wipes. That one, I could leave it, but I don't think I want to. No. Okay, hang on just a sec. Do a little bit more drizzles. Just don't want to touch, I don't want to touch like the ruffles and mess up the ruffles, or there we go. Here, look at her face. Look what I did. She got mud in her eye. Look. I'll wipe that off. I don't think that needs to go there. Okay, but in the back, I do want to show you this. Here, I don't want that on her eye. So I'm just going to wipe that off. On the back of it, I was going to say is, if you can see where, there, that's better. If you can see where I put the straw in, like the black straw, I'm going to add some chocolate sauce there. Like, see where there's like a big opening? I'm going to add some sauce. And then that way, when it does cure, it'll just help. I mean, that straw's not going anywhere, but it'll just help fill in that spot a little bit. So I'm going to add some there. Okay, that didn't want to dribble or drip. So let's get it to drip down in there. There we go. I'll show you. Keep dripping. Keep dripping. I don't think that's a song, but that works. Okay. All right. Let me turn it. Okay, so now, like you'll see, I added the chocolate to where that straw was, and then when it dries, it will be more, it'll just be more secure right there. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to add just a little bit, another drip here. And then I'm going to start putting the pigs on. I don't want to get too crazy. Okay. So now, because we're going to do the chocolate little pieces too. All right, I have 5 of the pigs. I didn't know how many I wanted. So, okay, so I definitely want one on the little tippity top here. So we'll put him up there. And I think I want one coming down here. So they're just going to nestle into the whipped cream. It looks like they're falling down a ski slope. Look, there's 3 of my little pigs. All right, and then let's put some. They're just going to sit like that. All right, and then I'll put the other 2 in the back. Let's put them going a different direction. And we'll put him over here. Okay. And then I'm going to just sprinkle on some of those crumbles. But let me see. All right. Tell me what you think. Oh, thank you so much, Margarita. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to, once this cures, okay, so since I bought these from, her name is Sarah on Etsy, I'm going to wait till this cures, and then I'm going to take pictures, and I'm going to do a review for her, and then share what I did with her stuff, and then promote her that way. So, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to add the little chocolate pieces next. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add some of the chocolate. I think I'm going to. Let's add a couple drizzles first to the little pigs, to make it look like they're playing in the mud. Just a couple here and there. Otherwise, I feel like it's, because those chocolate drips will dry on the pigs. Not a lot, but you know what I mean. Just a little bit on them. Turn it this way. They're just so cute. I'm just in love with these little pigs. So yeah. I'm thinking about reaching out and seeing if she wants to do a collaboration, because they're just so cute. I think I got something. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, hold on, I got a little drizzle on the back of above its tail. Now I'm wiping this off while it's wet. If I wanted to, I can leave it, and when it dries and it hardens, it would just stay on there, like it would just be part of it. But okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more right here. I feel like the little drip, it needs like a drip. Okay. And then let it do like drip, drip. Okay. All right. So let me grab a paper plate, and then we'll do, oh, a bow, Margarita. What kind of bow? Okay. What kind of bow? Let me, I can't get all my ribbons in here. Shoot. I can't get them all in. I wish I could. I can't. Hold on. Here, I got my husband's phone. I can't get all my ribbons in, but here's some of my ribbons. Wait, it's at an angle. It's looking funny. Can you see my ribbon rack? One of these days, I'm going to actually share my ribbon rack with you all. Right now, I can't get to it. A little bit of a drizzle on her. On her? Okay. You know, I love to do that too. So, okay, let me get some of these little chocolate pieces before they don't want to stick. So, let me stick some on, because I wanted them to look like they were in the dirt, right? And if they don't stick to the white, I can always come back and add some later if I choose. Oopsie. Because this side looks a little white, like I didn't get a lot of chocolate over there. Oh, they're really sticking. Okay, they might still fall off, but that's okay. Okay. Let's get some of those back in there. Okay. Remove this. All right, can you see the little chocolatey pieces now? All right, should I put some drips on her? Because if I do, I'll put them on her and then I won't move her. Because otherwise, I'm afraid they won't. Like I don't want them to fall off of her. You know what I mean? Okay, a bow to the side or on the front of her face. Yes. Okay, I think that'll work for that. Actually, let's put, here, wait. I saw on the back of her, she doesn't look like she has much going on back here. Like right here. Oh, that was a lot. That's okay. Okay. Let's stick her over there. Yeah, I forget the name of this mug. It is magenta, but it's a rescue. Like it, I think the purchase of it supports rescue or something. I'll have to look. It came with a tag and I kept the tag. So when I list it, I'm going to send the tag with it. Although the person may not appreciate that because I can't use it, like to drink out of it. But anyway, it's super cute. Okay, so there she is. What do you think? So yeah. So when the chocolate dries, like right now it looks very like milk chocolatey, but when my chocolate sauce dries, it'll get darker. So yeah, so it'll look more like a chocolate sauce kind of a thing. So yeah, so I've got all kinds of ribbon, lots of colors. So yeah, I was even thinking maybe a ribbon just on the handle, like here. Let me hold it up in the big one so you can see it better. She's so big. So yeah, so maybe over here. So yeah, so anyway, she's got, so it's a family of 5. There's 5 little piggies on there, which is funny. I have 5 in my family, but didn't do it that way intentionally. It just happened that way. So, but yeah, super cute, right? So yeah, what did I call her? I forget now. I forget now. Oh, I think I put pigs on a cloud or something like that. But yeah, isn't she cute? So yeah, so even though my race is over, flying pig is over, I just really wanted to, and then here was our little ice cream, little mini, like our little mini, what do you call it? Mini ice cream sandwiches with the Neapolitan in them. So we did those. And had the same pigs. I did 2 different shades of pink. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I did like a darker pink and then a lighter pink. And then I ended up, I like the lighter pink. I mean, they're both cute, so it doesn't matter. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys tonight. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. So yeah, so I'll let her dry. I may end up adding a drip or 2. So I love putting it on the actual mug. But if I do, I don't like to move it. So, but yeah. But I've got, if I do, I may do it in my, in the other room. Because I've got some custom orders that I've been working on. I can't share just yet. But, oh my goodness, I am loving them so much. Doing some really fun, different things. So yeah, but anyway, once I get them completed and they get to their destination and I'm able to share, I definitely will. But yeah, but anyway, thank you. So yeah, so again, happy Mother's Day to all of you. It's coming up this weekend. So yeah, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me this evening. That's all I got for you. I'm so happy to be back with you. So my goal is to be here and do our Totally Fake Thursday. Each Thursday. I just couldn't get on. I had such issues with the weather, which is really unusual for us because usually we get a lot of rain in April. I just wanted to show you. We usually get a lot of rain in April and then May is usually not so bad, and it's been really bad here where I'm at. So, and hopefully for you all, hopefully it's better where you're at, because I know like we've had like this week we've had some rain, but the last 2 weeks we just had, across Midwest, it's been like really, really bad, weathers and things like that. So thank you so much, Tina Marie. I appreciate that. So yeah, my daughter's birthday is on May 10th. I know I already said that. So so anyway, hers is coming up, and then mine's next week, and then got some other things planned. So so yeah, again, I mentioned earlier, I am thinking about, I did for my members, I did put together just a little quick form with some questions just to kind of help me. I always like to kind of assess where I'm at and see where we want to go. So anyway, so my members are helping me out, and I thought maybe you guys might want to as well. So I think I will create a different form for you guys and just post the link and see if you guys are interested in just answering a few questions and just helping me with some feedback on seeing where, helping me in what direction I might be headed in with the membership. So anyway, I am going to hop off of here. Again, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Once this fully cures, I will take pictures of it. And I do plan on listing it on my Etsy shop. I do have a tiered tray that I'm putting together for the flying pig, but there's no way she'd fit on there. So as cute as she is, I will definitely have to part ways with her. But I do have my little piggies. So some of these I'm going to be keeping on my tray. And then some of those will probably end up on my Etsy shop as well. So, but anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I am going to hop off of here. But yeah, I should be back next week, hopefully. But in the meantime, I will pop in and out of the Heavenly Fake Bake Decor group and say hello to you over there if you're over there. And if not, you can just come on my business page, again, Heavens to Betsy Cakery, and say hello to me there. And to all my members, I will see you guys on Tuesday for our Sweet Talk Tuesday, our live chat. So in the meantime, I'm going to hop off of here. Again, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And thank you for joining me. And I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.